Well, what an interesting 24 hours we've had. In Dunedin here, we've had a lot of flooding, and our house stayed dry inside, but pretty close to being flooded on the outside. So I'll take you for a wee tour around, and we'll have a look at some of the damage. This is where we had the most water. Luckily, it's starting to go down. It was about halfway up our heat pump unit there. Around the side here, the water was up over this step here, and you can see luckily it's dropped a lot. So this is the backyard. We're starting to see some green out here, actually, a bit of grass starting to show as the waters finally start to recede. And our shed here, won't be doing any wind trainer sessions in there for a while until we get it all cleared out. That was at about 20 centimetres of water all the way through it. Have got the freezer there jacked up on the pallet, but that's all starting to go down now, and everything's starting to look just like a bit of a rainy day. So there's been a bit of clean-up. We got off quite luckily, I think. Other houses, sounds like it was halfway up the walls inside, and a few houses will be a bit of a write-off this morning, I'm thinking, but luckily we got out with relatively dry feet. I know so many people who are fair weather trainers that will only wait for the good weather to go out. And if it's raining, if it's cold, they won't bother going out. They'll stay inside. There's nothing like a good old Mother Nature training session to harden yourself up. Not only physically it's a hard session battling the wind and the rain, but mentally hardening yourself up. If you want to know more about how I use Mother Nature training sessions to harden myself up mentally and physically, check out the Performance Temple Psychology Handbook. That goes into more about it in there, but look at that. Woo! Wind, rain, mud, southerly squalls coming through. Just remember, there's no such thing as bad weather, just bad clothing options. If you dress in the appropriate way, you can thrive in all conditions. Here we are, Saturday morning adventure, out and about. Kids, dogs, and the great outdoors. Getting out doing a bit of exploring. I really work on trying to set my days up to maximise my time with my family and just live life in general. And the day I really feel that I've nailed this is Tuesday. On Tuesday, it starts early, around about 5 o'clock. I run about 4.5 k's up to Moana Pool, where I do my 6:15 a.m. spin class. Usually a great group of people in there, and I leave my spin class every morning just feeling invigorated. It's almost like all the people in my class give me their energy for the day. It feels fantastic. I then run home, and usually, depending on the time of the year, I'm greeted with a glorious sunrise over Dunedin Harbour. Once I'm home, it's usually a quick turnaround before we head back up to Moana Pool, and we go for Elsie's swimming lesson. And then on the way home, we swing by the sushi store and get sushi for lunch and have a family lunch. Then the girls usually go down for their midday nap, and this is when I start to crack into some work. Usually I've got a big list of emails, and this is a really cool time just to get in touch with those athletes again, see what they've been up to, and then give something back to them as well. After that, depending on how the day's going, we may also have another family adventure in the afternoon. And then in the evenings, depending on how much work I've got going on, we usually crack out the computers again in the evening once the girls have gone back to bed for the night. And my wife and I often do a little bit of work in the evenings just to finish things off that we haven't got done during the day because we've been playing too much. And so that there's my best day at the moment during the week, and that's my Tuesday. What's your Tuesday like? What does that look like? How do you structure your day to get the most out of it? So there you have it. That's about the month of June compressed into about 5 minutes. Do not forget to subscribe so you keep up with all my latest going-ons, training tips and information. Get out there, train harder, but most importantly, train smarter.